Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the second half of my week, number 42, which is from the Thursday, the 17th of October 2024, to the Sunday, which is the 20th today, the day I'm recording this. And yeah, it's going to be quite hard for me to remember a lot of this because usually I refer to my daily log. And yeah, it's a bit of a mixed relationship at the moment with this daily log. It's a spreadsheet that I track every 30 minutes of my day. And when I first started this in August, I wrote it as the day happened. You know, I'd wake up, I'd record how long I slept, I'd know roughly what time I fell asleep. After I ate a meal, I'd put the meal down. After I was coming home from training, I'd put the training down. And at the beginning of October, I decided to pre-write my weeks. So I mean, the idea of knowing exactly what I was going to be doing every 30 minutes of the day was very appealing to me, and the first week was a massive success. However, for some reason, I suppose just lack of discipline, I've just been not doing it, mostly stemming from not my sleep, staying up too late and not waking up on time, kind of is where the house of cards fall down. And I don't follow the rest. The only thing that I followed was obviously work. That's quite easy to motivate your work as in employment, because I now have a job as of this week at the restaurant. It's quite easy to motivate yourself to go there, otherwise you get fired. And also my creatine I've taken consistently for the entire week, which is pretty easy. I haven't even put any meals down here because I was supposed to be on a meal plan, but that's sort of gone out the window as well. But I was quite overwhelmed when I first got the diet app. I got some pretty crazy macros, and it's, to be honest, if I'm following those macros, straight up, food is not going to be enjoyable. But I need to do it so I can actually understand what it's like from the perspective if I'm going to ask people to do it. And obviously there's lots of advice out there. There's lots of people that are happy to give advice that maybe shouldn't be happy to give advice. And a lot of those come to me, when I talk about the diet stuff, I hear a lot of people saying, just track your protein and don't worry about the rest. All that matters is calories. And I've been looking into it a lot because I have been quite interested by it. And of course, if I could just swap carbs and fats and that doesn't really matter, that would be great because protein's quite easy to hit. There's also studies saying that 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of body weight is sufficient, which is hard for me to understand because everywhere else, everyone's complaining about how hard it is to hit their protein marks, and people are blending up all this shit to drink protein because they can't do it in food because it's too much. But then now people are saying 1.6 grams per kilo of body weight. What? It just seems just not enough. But yeah, so that's something I've been looking into. And from my research, it seems that if you had two people on the same protein, same weight, same age, same height, doing the same workout, the same intensity, they had the same protein intake, but they had reversed carbs and fats. The person with higher carbs and lower fats is going to be better in almost every way, and the person with higher fats and lower carbs is going to have, maybe, say if they're in a surplus, if they're 300 calorie surplus, the other person will not be as energized because fats are more of a long-term energy, whereas carbs are like a short-term burst of releasing energy, which is more ideal if you're going to be going to the gym every day or just day-to-day stuff. And also the person who had higher fats, even though they had the same calorie intake, over the course of 12 months, they're more likely to have a higher body fat percentage. The person with higher carbs is likely to look more leaner as their body and muscles are filled with glycogen, giving them like a higher, like their muscles look more full. Now, again, this is just information that I've found on the internet, or that ChatGPT has found on the internet, to be completely transparent. And we've been wrong many times. humans are often wrong about diets. We change our minds every 20 years. We say fats are bad, sugars are bad, carbs are bad, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, no, they're not. So yeah, so as far as I understand, fats are important for hormonal health and other things that the body needs it for. But once you've hit that mark, it looks like you're better off going for carbs, assuming you've already hit your protein. So yeah, once you've satisfied your hormonal health requirements, carbs it is, baby. But yeah, that's not good news because making a meal plan around higher carbs and lower fats is harder and not as nice. So, I mean, hey, that's the numbers. That's what I'm going to build around. And so far, the meal plans I've got are fucking outrageous. So I'm now about 78.6 kilos in the morning. I'm thinking of cutting again, cutting weight or fat, or both, obviously, down to like maybe 74, 73, and then bulking again from there from a super low body fat percentage. Because if I was to go on a surplus with those macro balances, now I sort of understand a little bit more about macros and the importance of macros. If I was to bulk with that, it's not going to be a fun time. It's going to be a lot of food and a lot of carbs, which I'm sure will get very old very fast. You know, people think carbs, pasta, fun. You can't just do it all in pasta because that's quite high in sodium. And I've just realised recently as I've started to track what I eat, and I also tracked what I eat usually without thinking about it, and my entire life I've been ridiculously high on sodium. Luckily, my blood pressure's fine. I don't think I have any heart problems, but if I keep going like this, I will likely develop some. But yeah, I'm fucking super high on sodium, so I need to monitor that. But yeah, there's lots of micronutrients that I haven't even begun to look into. But yeah, you know what? I'm learning more, and I could be happy about that really because, you know, the last 2 weeks I've been quite overwhelmed diet-wise, and I've been very worried and not knowing. You know, I've been worried because I've had a bit of imposter syndrome, and I think that the changes I'm going to make moving forward with my coaching business is I'm not going to give my clients this is what you should eat exactly. I'm just going to give them recommendations and things that I would recommend. And then maybe in the future, I'll go and do some nutritional courses and educate myself so I can give exact meal plans. But for now, I'm just going to act as giving workouts, making sure they're accountable, checking up on them, giving them meal advice, and just things like that. I might even get my own online coach to see what they're like. But maybe that's not necessary because I know people that have online coaches and I can just ask them. But yeah, so I haven't really spoken about the week yet, but that's just what's on my mind currently at the moment. So I think that's also relevant. But yeah, starting Thursday was fucking ridiculous. Thursday, Jesus Christ. So I woke up at around 8, which is an hour later than I should have, an hour and a half later than I should have. I could have made training with skipping breakfast, but to be honest, I didn't want to skip breakfast. But the trains were actually fucked anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to have gone. Usually on Thursday it's a wrestling class followed by a pro training class, but because a lot of my fellow friends are, I was about to say athletes, I guess I'm an athlete. A lot of my fellow athletes and training partners are they're away in Rome for this big competition called Euros in Jiu-Jitsu, so the pro class was called off. So that means I was going to go all that way for a wrestling class, and yeah, it just didn't appeal to me as much. And the trains were fucked anyway, so I couldn't have gone. The original plan was to, obviously the first 3 days of this week I was working and I didn't go training, I just did weights in the gym. And I did stick to weights, I did 6 weight sessions this week and only 1 jiu-jitsu session, which is really bad. But yeah, the Thursday I didn't train jiu-jitsu, and then at 3 o'clock I had to go to this fucking... I had to go to this, it was called like an inclusion and diversity meeting or something, and it was pretty gay, you know. They said you can't say guys anymore, you can't say ladies and gents anymore, you can't say blacklisted anymore. I mean, personally, I've never ever said blacklisted and then thought of a black person. I've never made that connection in my head. So I was very surprised to hear that it's offensive towards black people if you say blacklisted, but apparently it is. And I left that meeting thinking like, what the fuck has actually happened to the world, man? We're losing the fight. I have one video that I made at the beginning of this sort of thing that I'm doing here called Losing to a Liberal, and it sticks in my head because, man, my mind was crazy at that time. But, I mean, I could probably give this fucking video the same title for different reasons. The Liberals are winning this fight, guys. We need to fucking push back. That meeting was literally gay. And yeah, I was walking out, I was super uncomfortable. I can't believe these people have reached like positions of power and they're making us sit through this. Are they laughing at me when I'm sitting through this fucking meeting? I had so many funny things I thought about saying, but I was like, I'm too new at this company, I can't say anything. There was a lot of options where I'm like, that would be so funny if I... Like, there was a bunch of words on the board that they said were offensive, and they weren't even offensive, to be honest. But then the lady asked for any suggestions for any other words that we should put on this board and think we shouldn't say. I'm like, oh my god, you're just asking for it. I was like, I could say so much funny shit, but let's not do that. I'm too new here. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, we got paid, so it's not the end of the world. I was sitting in there. I made a coffee for some of the guys. Made a couple teas for the chefs. And yeah, came home, had my creatine. Bumped into my neighbour on the way back, and he's a proper East End wheeler dealer entrepreneur. I enjoy speaking with him, and did my mate's workout plan when I got back in, and yeah, then went and did my own workout in the evening. Went to bed, God knows what time. Friday, woke up, and had my porridge and Nutella, and went to jiu-jitsu training, which was great. And yeah, had about 4 out of 5 energy, performance in rolling, 3 out of 5, and it was good. Felt good, and felt like my injuries were pretty minimal, like they're basically healed now, which is good, and all happy with that. Had a coffee with my mate after training. My man, we must have been chatting for like over an hour and a half, because as we ordered coffee, there was one dude that was saying, we said hello to this dude that went into the class after us. There's a gi session after our no gi session. He got his coffee, went into the gi session, and then as we're still chatting, he walks past us leaving training. I'm like, my god, we've been here for ages. In that one time, drinking coffee with my mate, I had for some reason I've got a very small bladder, I suppose. The room must be taken up by my ginormous testicles. But yeah, for some reason I've got a tiny bladder, and I had to go to the toilet 3 times talking to my mate for coffee, which is embarrassing. But yeah, came home. I wanted to, yeah. So as I said, I was my last mission of the week was of Wednesday. I set myself a goal to make 9 meals total: 3 breakfast ideas, 3 lunch ideas, and 3 dinner ideas. I did do that, and I also wanted to make 1 video of one of the things, but I didn't do the video because I've been thinking a lot about my business and the branding. And it's like, it's hard to just sort of take a stance on, okay, here's a cooking video or here's an advice video, because that's not really my area of expertise. What is my area of expertise? That's a good question, because I don't really have a very pronounced area of expertise right now. And I don't really want to make videos on something that I'm not really experienced in. Like my first time cooking something, get a camera out and record it and show people how to do it, it's just not good. And I think people will be able to tell from that straight away. So when it comes to making videos and making content, because I do think it's important, and I do want to do it, it's something I've been interested in my entire life. Ever since I was fucking like 10 years old, I've loved making videos. I won't say what videos they were, luckily they're deleted now. But I've always liked making videos, and I kind of almost want an excuse to make them. But they are also very handy for building your brand and getting your name out there, that people might pay for your products and services later on. But I don't know, maybe I'll just make some funny parody fitness videos, but those are... I don't know, if I did them the right way, they'd be great, but obviously if you do them the wrong way, it's fucking gay. But yeah, made a stir fry about 3:30, and it was actually really good. Had the whole thing. I didn't weigh anything, so I don't know what the macros are. Should have really done that. But tracking things is a real chore, but it's something I really need to learn to do. I don't know why. It's easier than ever to track things, but I always find a reason not to. Had my creatine and did my workout. I actually met two people that I knew in the gym just by chance. One of them is this dude that I've just started working with at the other restaurant. So what a coincidence! Bumped into him, said what's up. Cool. Had 2 slices of cottage cheese, full fat cottage cheese is so much better than 0 fat cottage cheese. And M&Ms whilst watching YouTube before I went to bed. That was pretty nice. Then woke up on the Saturday, did some algebra at 8 a.m. Was it 8 a.m? No, I don't think it was. I think I slept in. Yeah, I did sleep in on Saturday. Fuck's sake, I didn't even write that down, but I remember I slept in on Saturday. Missed the jiu-jitsu training because I slept in like a cunt. And then I did do some algebra though, and I'm feeling really good and really positive at algebra. I had a moment on Saturday where I was like, for fuck's sake, like I'm finding it really hard to work again. Like all of the to-do list ideas that I had, I'm now thinking, oh, that's stupid. There's no point in doing that anyway. But I still agree with myself. Like, I don't think there's any point in doing that. When I made that idea, it was just a quick idea that it's probably not worth doing. Let me see an example. Maybe I'm tricking myself. Let me just look into it on to do. So yeah, my run 5 clients through successful 12-week program. I'm doing it currently. Make 3 by 3 meals. Done it. Make cooking videos. Yeah, now I'm thinking there's no point making cooking videos because, you know, I'm not a fucking cook yet. I mean, I'm not experienced. Then make a macro calculator for clients. There's already macro calculators online. I don't really need to make one. So yeah, every time I think of ideas, I'm like, oh, that'll be a lot of work that I can do that will be good for the. But then I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like that amount of work for the result that's already there online for free. There's no point. We just use theirs. Fuck. I don't know. It's hard. Had a hard time focusing, but I think I did a little reset. Restarted my computer. I was like, okay, now I'm going to do some work. I did some algebra. I did a workout plan for my friend yesterday, which is a 5-day long work, like 5 days a week. So there's quite a lot of work to do. Plus, I had to make 2 days with a certain amount of equipment in his home gym. So I did that, and that was good. So yeah, I've now started 2 of my friends on like a muscle gain diet, which I actually have not a diet, but a muscle gain program, which I actually haven't done yet. So I'm excited to do that. See if that's any different. And yeah, so I suppose slowly but surely I'm growing in knowledge. It's just the content which I'm a little bit stuck with. I'm not sure how I can make the best content to connect with the audience, and I guess relating with the audience is very important, not just making them laugh or like me, which sounds very funny, but it's true. You need them to like you, of course. Yeah, so then after that, on the Saturday, did my algebra, did my friend's meal plan, had my creatine, had my food. I don't remember what I ate because I didn't fucking track anything, probably bolognese. Went and did a workout on the Saturday, picked up the fob from my friend, did it on my own, and then had a good leg workout, felt good, came back, gave my friend the fob back at his house, and his brothers were around. And oh yeah, I had a little walk with my mate and his brothers on the Friday, had a little 2 cigarillos actually, bought some cigarillos from the shop. I didn't get ID'd either, so maybe I'm officially getting old because I didn't get ID'd when I bought a cigarillo. Tobacco product. Smoked those, they're alright. They're alright. They burnt too quick. They're pretty cheap, so they're shit. So whatever. Yeah. So had that. Sorry, back to Saturday. Did the workout. Went back to my mate's house. Gave him the key back, and he was going to go and do the workout after me. I don't know why we couldn't have gone together, but I don't know what their plans were. I had a little chat with him and his brothers inside. We were talking about dietary stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love talking to them, but I feel like they fall under the category of people that are happy to give advice but don't really know what they're talking about. Or at least the advice they're giving, it contradicts with everything that I've been researching. So someone's wrong. I don't know who's wrong. But yeah, fuck. Still a nice conversation, very funny. And then their dad, I get the feeling their dad never wants me in their house. So I always like, they, oh, come in, man. I'm always like, Okay, sure, if you really need, I take off my shoes. I'm very respectful, but the dad is always like super short with me, and he doesn't even look at me. So I'm like, okay, I don't think this dude wants me in here. Um, I just say, hey, good evening, and he goes, yeah, he's from New Zealand. He's a funny guy. Well, not really funny. I don't really know him, but yeah. Anyway, um, said see you later to those guys. Went home. Can't remember what I did when I got home. I think I did a little bit of Minecraft. Yes, confession. I've been playing some Minecraft on the world. That I said I was never going to touch the world when I was not um, when I wasn't doing the videos for these. But I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll be happy to do a little bit of building here because at this rate, it's going to take me so fucking long to complete this church. I just want to complete it now. So I just did a little. I think I did about 30 minutes on Saturday and 30 minutes today on Sunday. Okay, that's a lie, 40 minutes. And yeah, I just enjoy it and fuck you. I do what I want. It's my world. I did want to complete it because it's the anniversary of my dear friend's death in 9 days. But to be honest, unless I spend all day on it, I probably won't complete it in 9 days. But maybe I should. No. Should I? Fuck. That would be fun. Should I do that? I could, if I smashed it out, I could do it in 9 days. Because the more I'm building, the more ideas I have for it, and it's gonna take even longer than I fucking first thought. Fuck, I don't know. Who knows? Fuck it. Maybe. Oh dear. Well, yeah. So that's it, really, guys. And then today on Sunday, I did plan to go to Open Mat this morning, but just falling to sleep last night. I didn't even go to sleep at a ridiculous time last night, but I just thought, you know, fuck it. Sunday's supposed to be my rest day. I've done resistance training for 6 days this week. Yes, I'm annoyed that I didn't do jiu-jitsu more, but still, I'm just not going to go to training tomorrow because I need to rest. I went to sleep at around maybe 12:30 and woke up at about 11:30. So I don't really know why I need that much sleep, but I'm going to try and... Before, when I scheduled sleep, I allowed 8 hours. Now I'm going to allow 9 hours because I don't usually wake up on time to the alarm, or if I do, I go to snooze. So maybe I need 9 hours. My body's telling me I need even more because when I don't set an alarm, I sleep 11, but I think 11 is actually oversleeping. Anyway, yeah, so today I looked a little bit more into my diet. If I was to do a weight loss, which I'm considering doing, and even the weight loss, if I split that into 2 meals to hit the right macros, it's disgusting. It just doesn't make sense, for fuck's sake. I think it's because I don't know, fuck, it's weird. But yeah, so yeah, looking at that, looking into more diet, I feel like I'm learning about the diet and the macronutrients, which is good. And yeah, I also looked into a little bit like Adderall and Ritalin for working, but you know, I need to, because I know that those can have potentially addicting and life-changing effects. And once people take them, they just hate not being on them because they feel shit. Like the normal state of mind feels shit to them. But to be honest, not to be deep, but that kind of feels shit to me already. I've never taken any of those. What's it called? Amphetamines. But my natural state brain feels fucking shit. Like I can't really focus for long at all. But I feel like if it's a skill that I can practice, I should do my best to do that first before taking anything. I've already taken modafinil, which is not addictive, but it doesn't help me focus. It just, I find that modafinil stops me procrastinating. It doesn't necessarily help me focus because instead on modafinil, instead of procrastinating, I'll do the first 10% of 10 tasks instead of one task all the way through. I'll be doing a task of, oh, let me check my email. Oh, let me do this, let me do that. Let me message this person. Done, already messaged. You know, it's good for that, but it's not good for focus. It doesn't really do anything for focus. I think that might be something I need to work on myself, or take some of this Adderall because I hear great things and also bad things, but a lot of great things too. Yeah, we'll see. Fuck it, I might actually do it if I still haven't got anywhere in a few months. Might take that shit. Yeah, fucking whatever. All right, half week. We've made some steps in my personal development as far as this dietary and stuff business. not massive steps, but steps nonetheless. And hopefully we make some leaps and bounds next week. I wish you all a successful week and hope you had a good week this week. Let's get moving forward.